Strobe veins flickering, neon sweat dripping, mirror wall shaking, laser grid slicing, crowd heat rising, basements forming, shadow hips swaying, smoke coils twisting, club air tightening, chrome lights flashing, bodies packed tighter, prism drinks spilling, wave heat pulsing, arc lamps buzzing, tone stacks rolling, static hands lifting, charge floor rumbling, night pulse trembling, subfloor detonate, space shard shattering, low end breaks concrete, kick drums stomping, shock waves crush chest, rhythm hits harder, steel beats marching, pressure walls crashing, club lights exploding, ceiling beams shaking, gravity feels broken, she feels falling, kinetic kick rolling, sound floods pouring, beat weight doubling, high tone screaming, advanced days through. Suffering walls bending inward, deep bass crawling, micro shakes building, sharp light slicing, edges turning harder, expectation rising. Hold tight, hands up. House flash, crazy flash, lights flash, crowd scream. Hold, hands up, bass up, lights flash. Crowd scream. Kick cross climbing, snare lines tightening, sweat drops falling, limits breaking open. Raise it, I'm screaming, hi-hats racing, strobes spin faster, heat waves bursting, clock up, laser beams rising, circuit veins shaking, crowd jumping weightless, time warp twisting, flow pressure mounting, click sparks flying, light shards bursting, speed pushing higher, peak dropping, coming. Sub-sax ruling, speaker tower shaking, rotary lights spinning, body locks tightening, shock rings expanding, kick drums hammering, pulse ram brutal, sound shields bending, dominance takes over. Blue lights accent, if you make shifting, complex stacking, time from hell, that's such tradition, instant time just something air from heaven. Blue lights accent, if you make casting, complex stacking, time from hell, that's like free pressure booming, relentless second, you take havoc. Prime up backstage, tighten pace, kneeling, clarity hits bodies, fear dissolving, strike lights aligning, earthquake roaring, borders collapsing, vector path endless, barriers breaking, instinct rules peak, echo tails fading slowly, neon haze settling, breathing slow and steady, midnight chords mellow, heartbeat easing, softer night breeze cooling, last sparks fading, balance slowly turning, currents drifting silent, alignment resetting. Whisper fading thin, firelight vanish. Na 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 na. Run 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 run. Ooh 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 ooh. Yo 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 yo. Crimson circuits weaving, laser pulses waking, silver currents racing, axis beams aligning, voltage threads tightening, crystal hum expanding, mirror grids unfolding, shadow sparks igniting, airwaves slowly twisting, solar fragments blazing, binary falling, prism cores rotating, wave clusters merging, arc fields bending, tone shockwaves ripple wide, a tempo bites deeper. Iron pulse stomping walls, collapse thunder. Drive system on. Stellar flares bursting, structures bending sideways. Gravity drifting loose, energy nose linking. Kinetic surge roaring, sound streams tearing. B-wave doubling, hold me flare higher. Advanced, stay vicious. Signal nearly silent, measures hanging weightless. Airspace held frozen, particles drifting slowly. Lower tones murmuring, motion fading softer. Midnight glow breathing, bars extend longer, stillness sharp, electric. Mass sinking, lower core pillars, gripping dim lights. Hovering frames, curling inward, deep tones crawling. Tiny shakes forming, quiet edge shining. Angles turning rigid, anticipation rising. Hold fast, unit set, force growing. Code lock, charge rising. Hold fast, unit set, force growing. Code lock, charge rising. Code lock, charge rising. Power lines climbing, tighter streams tightening. Synapse sparks bursting, barriers folding inward. Stress wires screaming, no tracks lifting, spiraling, skyring. Faster heat, veins glowing, clock splitting open. Ion beams rising, circuit veins trembling. Crowd drifting upward, time grids bending. Lift force building, lich sparks scattering. Light shards spraying, speed climbing higher. Peak ignition pending. Engine blocks raining, layer stacks crashing. Rotary waves spreading, grid locks tightening. Shock halos widening, drive wheels rumbling. Pulse around brutal, sound shields flexing. Dominance fully taken. Surface waves slicing resonance, carving tunnels, groove clamp. Steady axle holding firm, mass vibration booming. Beat stream steady, audio globe spinning. Grip seal tight, current stay savage. Breaking, instant claims. Summer layers fading gently, amber haze settling. Breathing slow and steady, twilight chords mellow. Heartbeat easing softer, night wine cooling. Last sparks dimming low, harmony restoring center. Currents drifting vanish, alignment resets. Whispers thinning, quiet, final glows extinguish.
Twisting, club air tightening. Chrome lights flashing, bodies packed tighter. Prison drinks spilling, wave heat pulsing. Arc lamps buzzing, tone stacks rolling. Static hands lifting, charge floor rumbling. Night pulse trembling. Subfloor detonates, bass sharp shattering. Low and breaks concrete, kick drum stomping. Shock waves crush chest, rhythm hits harder. Steel beats marching, pressure walls cracking. Drive mode savage. up like exploding, ceiling beam shaking, gravity feels broken, energy floods bodies, kinetic hips rolling, sound floods pouring, beat weight doubling, high tone screaming, advanced days ruthless. Music cut sudden, room breath hanging, fog slow drifting, bodies freeze me there, low hum creeping, motion barely moving, dark glow breathing, bars stretch longer, tension thick heavy, heat sinking lower, core drums waiting, dim strobes hovering, walls bending inward, deep bass crawling, micro shakes building, sharp lights slicing, edges turning harder, expectation rising, hold tight, hands up, bass growls, lights flash, crowd scream, hold tight, hands up, bass growls, lights flash, crowd scream, kick grows climbing, snare lines tightening, sweat drops falling, limits breaking open, risotone screaming, hi-hats racing, strobes spin faster, heat waves bursting, clock about to snap, laser beams rising, circuit veins shaking, crowd jumping weightless, time warps twisting, floor pressure mounting, glitch sparks flying, light shards bursting, speed pushing higher, peak dropping coming, substacks ruling, speaker tower shaking, rotary lights spinning, body locks tightening, shock rings expanding, kick drums hammering, pulse ram brutal, sound shields bending, dominance takes over, wave lines slicing, resonance drills deeper, groove lock steady, platform holding solid, mass vibration booming, beat flow relentless, audio dome turning, grip lock tighter, current stays savage, na 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 na. Rise, 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 prime dropping gauge, tighten bass kneeling, clarity hits bodies, ferric dissolving, strike lights aligning, earth kick roaring, borders collapsing, vector path endless, barriers breaking, instinct rules peak, echo tells fading slowly, neon haze settling, breathing slow and steady, midnight chords mellow, heartbeat easing softer, night breeze cooling, last sparks fading, balance slowly turning, currents drifting silent, alignment resetting, whiz fading thin, final lights vanish. Crash, 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 sun, 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 strobe veins flickering, laser haze rising, mirror wall shaking, neon grid slicing, crowd heat climbing, bass fog forming, shadow lines shifting, pulse wires tightening, night air coiling, chrome lights flashing, bodies press closer, prism beams bursting, wave tension building, arc lamps buzzing, tone stacks rolling, static hands lifting, charge floor trembling, anthem core swelling, subchamber detonates, bass shards exploding, low and crush concrete, kick force stomping, shockwaves hit harder, rhythm bites deeper, steel drums marching, pressure shields breaking, drive mode slicing, edges turning rigid, expectation rising. Hold tight, hands up, bass growls, lights flash, crowd scream. Hold tight, hands up, bass growls, lights flash, crowd scream. Kick rolls climbing, snare lines tightening, sweat drops falling, limits breaking open, RZA tones screaming, hi-hats racing, strobe spinning faster, heat waves bursting, clock nearly shattering, laser beams rising, circuit veins shaking, crowd jumping weightless, time grids twisting, flow pressure mounting, glitch sparks flying, light shards spraying, speed pushing higher, climax seconds away, engine stacks ruling, speaker tower shaking, rotor waves spinning, network binds tightening, shock rings expanding, drive rotors hammering, pulse ram relentless, audio shields bending, authority sees fully, surface lakes lazy, buffer waves slicing, resonance dreaming, groove comes steady, platform holding rigid, even mass booming, beat flow constant, audio dome turning, grip lock solid, crash 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 crash, stem 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 stem, prime sequence activated, tighten bass kneeling, clarity floods vision, fear dissolving instantly, strike grids aligning, birth kick roaring, borders collapsing outward, vector path eternal, barrier nets breaking, instinct rules apex, echo layers fading slowly, neon haze settling, breathing slow and steady, twilight tones mellow, heartbeat easing softer, night one cooling, last sparks dimming, balance slowly turning low, hum drops flat, circuits power down, room falls dead still, final hit cuts clean. Crash, 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 slam, 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 stomp, 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 stomp. Strobe veins flickering, laser haze rising, mirror walls shaking, neon grid slicing, crowd heat climbing, bass fog forming, shadow lines shifting, pulse wires tightening, night air coiling, chrome lights flashing, bodies press closer, prism beams bursting, wave tension building, arc lamps buzzing, tone stacks rolling, static hands lifting, charge floor trembling, anthem core swelling, subchamber detonates, bass shards exploding, low and crush concrete, kick for stomping, shock waves hit harder, rhythm bites deeper, steel drums marching, pressure shields breaking, drive mode unleashed, club lights erupting, ceiling beams shaking, gravity feels broken, energy floods bodies, kinetic hips rolling, sound floods pouring, beat mass doubling, high tone screaming, advance stage ruthless, music cuts sudden, rampant hanging, fog slow drifting, bodies free silent, low hum creeping, motion barely moving, midnight glow breathing, bars stretch longer, tension Hold tight, hands up, bass growls, lights flash, crowd scream. Hold tight, hands up, bass growls, lights flash, crowd scream. Kick rolls climbing, snare lines tightening, sweat drops falling, limits breaking open, riser tones screaming, hi-hats racing, strobe spinning faster, heat waves bursting, clock nearly shattering, laser beams rising, circuit veins shaking, crowd jumping weightless, time grids twisting, floor pressure mounting, glitch sparks flying, light shards spraying, speed pushing higher, climax seconds away. Engine stacks ruling speaker towers, shaking rotary waves, spinning network brinds, tightening shock rings, expanding drive, roll doors hammering, pulse ram, relentless audio shields, bending authority, seas fully surface waves, slicing resonance, drilling deeper groove, clam steady, platform holding rigid, vibrant mass, booming, beat flow constant, audio dome turning, grip lock solid, current stay savage, 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 savage. Crash, 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 crash. Some, sound. Da 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 da. Stomp, 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 stomp. Crash, 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 scram, 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 scram. Jump, 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 jump. Rise, 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 rise. Time sequence activated, tighten bass kneeling, clarity floods vision, fear dissolving, instantly strike grids aligning, earth kick roaring, borders collapsing outward, vector path eternal, barrier nets breaking, instinct rules apex, echo layers fading, slowly neon haze settling, breathing slow and steady, twilight tones mellow, heartbeat easing, softer night wine cooling, last sparks dimming, balance slowly returning, low hum drops flat, circuits power down, room falls dead still, final hit cuts crimson circuits weaving, laser pulses waking, silver currents racing, axis beams aligning, voltage threads tightening, crystal hum expanding, mirror grids unfolding, shadow sparks igniting, airwaves slowly twisting, binary ring falling, prism cores rotating, wave clusters merging, arc fields bending, dome melt shifting, static yellow rising, charge dust swirling, ding 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 ding. Curling, shunners trembling, or reactor blasting, fragments scatter outward, baseline cracks concrete, force vectors locking, shockwaves ripple wider, tempo bites deeper, iron pulse stomping, walls collapsed under, drive system arming, stellar flares bursting, shooters bending sideways, gravity drifting loose, energies no slinking, kinetics lowering, sound streams tearing, beat weight doubling, flaring its flare higher, advanced stage fissures, signal nearly silent, measures hanging weightless, airspace frozen particles drifting slowly, lower tones murmuring, motion fading softer, mid-glow wires extend longer. Stillness, sharp electric mass sinking lower. Core pillars gripping, dim lights hovering. Frames curling in warm flame. Tiny shakes forming, quiet edges turning rigid. Anticipation rising. Hold fast, unit set, force growing, code lock, charge are rising. Hold fast, unit set, force growing, code lock, charge are rising. Power lines climbing, data streams tightening, synapse sparks bursting, barriers folding inward. Stress wires screaming, note tracks lifting, sky rings spinning faster, heat veins glowing. Splitting open, ion beams rising, circuit veins trembling, crowd drifting upward, time grid spending, lift force building, glitch sparks scattering, light shards spraying speed, climbing higher, peak ignition pending, engine blocks raining, layer stacks crashing, rotary waves spreading, grid locks tightening, shock halos widening, drive wheels rumbling, shields flexing, dominance fully taken. Surface waves slicing in, siren tones, tunnels, groove clamp steady, axle holding firm. Mass vibration booming, beat stream steady. Audio globe spinning, grip seal tight, current stay savage. Prime sequence active, tighten frames bowing, clarity floods vision, clear tear dissolving, strike grids aligning, earth base roaring, borders collapsing, vector road endless, and echo playing Stanley, amber haze sudden, breathing slow and steady, twilight chords mellow, heartbeat easing softer, night wind cooling, last sparks dimming low, harmony restoring center. Currents drifting vanish, alignment resets, whispers thinning, quiet final close, extinguish, all means mission damage, shortcuts up to killing, something wires dripping balance.